So, a little while ago, quite a long time ago, I realised that the key to everything, to all of it, to the healing work, the shadow work, the abundance blocks, the relationship blocks, the health issues, a lot of it boils down to loving our inner child, healing the inner child. If we think back to why things are created, it's usually trauma, suppressed trauma in the emotional body, toxins and parasites. And it's the body's way of communicating that something is wrong. If there's a blockage in the life, physical, mental or emotional or spiritual, it's the body's way of communicating that something is out of alignment, something is not aligned. So if it's toxin build up, I usually get quite sweaty and like detoxifying my body. I will be quite emotionally purging, so releasing a lot of things, thinking back from memories and things in the past. I will be purging a lot of them out. There's usually quite an onion smell as well, which is really gross, but in my sweat, which is usually the detoxification of toxins. So look out for when your body's detoxing. I can't currently use any detoxifiers like Shilajit or Diatomaceous Earth or sea moss. I think I can use sea moss actually, but there's a lot of things I can't use because I'm breastfeeding. So make sure you check what you can and can't use depending on your circumstances. But when it's toxins, you will usually feel your body feeling very run down, very lethargic, very low on energy, very grudging, not feeling its optimum percent. So that would definitely be the time I would start to detoxify. If you can't do any of the detoxifying, placing an onion in your sock can simply pull out a lot of toxins from your body. A red onion in your sock, raw onion, overnight, will pull out a lot of the toxins from your body. So that's a great way to detoxify. Parasites usually manifest in more of a long-term illness or more of a long-term ailment. So it can be things like cysts and infections and abscesses, and also things like, the black circles under the eyes, chronic migraines, like reoccurring not serious but more complicated health issues that can be a build-up of parasite infection. So again, detoxifiers can be great for that. A friend recommended fenbendazole for my animal for cyst removals, and I think she's also using it herself, the human form, for her own cyst removal, so that can be a great one too. And then you can do energetic parasite cleanses as well. So you can remove parasites from your body in an energetic cleansing way. You can also cleanse your body energetically as well. You could also bathe in magnesium salts to cleanse your energetic sphere from things like that. Apple cider vinegar is good as well. But when it's emotional trauma build up in the body, that can be a little bit more complicated, a little bit more layered. So when it's relationship issues, abandonment issues, trust issues, not feeling loved, not having enough self-worth, not feeling worthy of receiving and deserving of living happiness and healthy and abundant. There can be all sorts of different layers into where the emotional trauma is representing, and it's usually manifesting in that physical place in the body. So for me, it was the solar plexus, and it was the people pleasing, the trying to please other people, the shrinking to fit in, the not listening to my intuition, that tense anxiety carrying all over other people's emotions and energy, feeling responsible for other people. I was carrying all that in my solar plexus, and that was manifesting as a stomach illness, as a real life stomach problem where I was hospitalised for many times. So it's about identifying the root behind the trauma to release the physical problem. A lot of women I know have womb problems, endometriosis, cysts in the wombs, some fertility issues, and a lot of that can be to do with not honouring the body, not honouring the life choices with the right partners, a lot of sexual trauma, abuse in childhood, not being respected by partners. A lot of that can manifest into then a physical form in the womb space, throat problems, and lung problems, breathing problems, but specifically the throat, anything like that, cancers and illnesses, tonsillitis, infections, abscesses, and not speaking your truth, or speaking violently, speaking aggressively, speaking not from the heart, not honouring your own expressions. A lot of these things can then manifest in the throat. Spinal problems are usually not carrying your own problems, your own like life, usually being everybody else's support system other than your own. So I could go on and on and on. I have wrote a book about this. There's a lot of things in my book about this in Light Up Your Life. It is available on the website at spiritualsoulcentre.co.uk. But make sure that you are identifying what it is that's creating the disbalance and the blockage within your human life, to then be able to work through and clear away any blockages that are manifesting. By identifying the root, and a lot of the time the root resides within the inner child, and we have to go back there to do the healing work to actually release the trauma loop within the current moment. So I hope that makes sense, and like I said, there's a lot more information in my book, or if you want to book a session with me, all my information is in the bio, and I'm just here to help with any way you need. Information is free, so I'm there to share as much information as I can. If there's any questions, please drop them below. And I'm sending love to everybody. Look after yourselves. Peace.